CBS 8 mornings at 6.
This just in, Israel's security cabinet is recommending approval for a ceasefire and hostage deal with Hamas. Still has to go through the full cabinet, but if passed, it could start on Sunday. The fighting would stop under the first 6-week phase of the agreement. During that time, 33 Israeli hostages would be released in exchange for nearly 1,000 Palestinian prisoners. The deal also includes plans to surge humanitarian assistance into Gaza. Thanks for joining us here at 6 a.m. on this Friday. It's the end of the week. I'm Eric Connard.
And I'm Netta Irampour, getting you ready for the weekend. Meteorologist Evan Irani joining us to tell us about the changes in the air. I mean, we see it out there.
You can see the clouds, exactly. Clouds are with us, a bit more humidity, but we're also cooling down compared to the last several days. So earlier this week, those Santa Anas, I don't want to say treated us to, but did lead to some warmer than normal temperatures. I mean, we know all the downsides to those Santa Ana winds, in particular when it comes to our fire danger, but they do bring our temperatures up quite a bit. Now that those winds have died down, temperatures have fallen down to the 60s this afternoon, maybe even resting in the upper 50s. Here's a look outside right now. We are right at freezing in Ramona, 32 degrees, 42 in Jamul, 26 in Campo, and Mount Laguna is at 31. Along the coast, we're mostly in the low to mid 40s out there, maybe even some upper 40s out there. San Diego, Carlsbad, Oceanside at 47 right now. So coming up, we'll talk about what to expect into the rest of the week. That will involve some cloud cover, and if we'll see any more Santa Anas return next week. Back to you.
All right, Evan, thank you. This morning, San Diego's congressional delegation will make an announcement about combating cross-border sewage pollution.
And this comes as we get new results from a CDC survey on the health impacts. CBS 8's Regina Guerrita is live in Imperial Beach with these details. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Eric and Netta. We know that later today, the San Diego congressional delegation will announce that they have been able to secure the final portion to cover the cost of the expansion project. So together with the money that they have been able to allocate in the past, they have received over $650 million to help upgrade the treatment plant. So that is something that we're getting word of this morning. But we're also getting results of a survey that the CDC helped partner with the county. So some of the results are coming out. Take a listen to how they organized that.
Actually reached out to the state water board and the regional water board, as well as the local water agencies, to provide them the results and discuss with them their plans in terms of the transparency of the routine water testing that they do conduct, as well as messaging and speaking directly to this affected community in terms of water and water safety.
So this survey highlights the community's concerns for the impacts residents say they continue to deal with because of the Tijuana River sewage crisis. The study helped determine that the majority of the health symptoms people are experiencing include nausea, irritated throat, and headache. It also shows that about 71% of people do not believe their household's tap water is safe to drink. In fact, many people who were surveyed say they only drink bottled water. And 59% of respondents reported increased stress because of the sewage crisis. In response, the county has identified priority actions and will work with partners to address these issues, including promoting mental health services and resources. The county has also created a community toolkit, which has been distributed in multiple languages to the community. So back out here, the CDC and the county are conducting a second survey, which is called the ACE survey. That is a survey mainly focusing on the chemical exposures happening in this area. We're supposed to get results in the next couple of months. But that's the latest here in Imperial Beach. I'll send it back to you.
Regina, thank you. Right now, President-elect Donald Trump's team is finalizing executive orders on immigration.
CNN is reporting they could be released hours after he's sworn in on Monday. CBS 8's Chris Grow live near the border in San Ysidro with the fears that many immigrants are facing right now. Chris?
Can't even imagine that uncertainty right now, being at home, wondering whether or not you, yourself, your family members could potentially be deported, how quickly, all of that running through those scenarios and trying to work with advocates like the ones in Texas, here in California, the ones that our sister stations have spoken with to get an idea of exactly how those in the immigrant community are feeling right now. Take a listen.
A lot of distrust and also what they're worried about being separated as a family.
Know what agencies are available to assist you in the event that you get detained, and to always know that you have the right to have an attorney advise you on both, the criminal and the immigration impacts.
And then, of course, the reason why there's this uncertainty is because of promises made by President-elect Trump, as well as some of his cabinet picks on the campaign trail and even after they won the election. According to CNN, executive actions that could be taken as soon as President Trump is sworn in could include U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement sweeps in major cities, sending more Pentagon resources to the U.S. southern border, placing additional restrictions on who is eligible to enter the U.S., and then this one, for those who are already here seeking citizenship in the U.S., the rollback of Biden-era policies and mass deportations. According to some experts, there are about 11 million immigrants estimated to be living in the U.S. right now. And the other side to this, though, is that some are preaching patience here, because with 11 million potentially or more, that there could be a very long and lengthy process to carry out deportations, and that it could not be as simple as maybe those in the Trump administration are saying. But back out here live, we are also seeing reports, according to the Associated Press, of those who are not willing to take that chance of waiting and are actually self-deporting, going to other countries, like one woman that the AP profiled who went from Nicaragua to the U.S., and then as soon as Trump was elected and they started hearing again some of those promises, has now moved to Ireland to seek their citizenship there. Eric and Netta.
Okay, thank you very much, Chris. Of course, this is something we will stay on top of and bring you all the developments. This morning, 1,500 people are under evacuation orders in Monterey County because of this fire at a power plant. The Moss Landing power plant stores batteries, which has led to concerns about hazardous materials. Public health officials as far away as Santa Cruz urging residents to stay inside and turn off their ventilation systems. They don't want people breathing this. An investigation into the cause will begin once the fire is eventually extinguished. These do take often days to be put out. Some people in Los Angeles have been allowed to return home, but for others, it could be weeks before they can do the same. That's because crews have to make sure the fire-ravaged communities are now safe to enter. Officials say there are pesticides, fuel, lithium batteries that all need to be removed from these neighborhoods. The Palisades fire is now up to 27% contained, while the Eaton fire is at 55% containment. Leaders in Los Angeles are being criticized for an understaffed fire department and recent budget cuts.
According to CNN, compared to other large cities across the nation, LA ranks number 9 for firefighting staffing levels per capita. Right behind LA at number 10 is the city of San Diego. San Diego fire rescue operations have 52 fire stations with just under 1,000 firefighters serving a growing population of nearly 1.4 million.
Every single fire engine and every single firefighter on the street can make the difference between an entire block burning down or saving 3 or 4 homes.
We're told despite challenges with attrition and retirement, San Diego fire rescue staffing levels are trending upward. 35 recruits in the academy are set to graduate in March. This morning, 26 volunteers from the San Diego Sheriff's Office search and rescue team are in Altadena. They're assisting in the aftermath of the devastating Eaton fire. They are providing critical support in search and rescue efforts, as well as debris cleaning. And this morning, volunteers from the San Diego Humane Society and Greater Good Charities are airlifting shelter pets to the Bay Area and Pacific Northwest to find new homes. More than 50 adoptable pets from the Humane Society and other shelters will take off from Gillespie Field around 8:30 a.m. This will allow the San Diego Humane Society to take in more pets from overwhelmed shelters in LA. It's a bit of a game of chess, moving all the animals around, and you can help them out by fostering or adopting. Simple as that.
Yes. The 2 that we featured during our midday shows adopted that day.
Look
at
that.
CBS Way to go, viewers.
Yes. Happens fast. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you kind of have to move quick, but it's such a great opportunity. The San Diego Humane Society oftentimes has like $10 specials or $20 specials to adopt these animals. So they're really just trying to find good homes for them. It's a priority for them. If you can foster, that's a great option too. I imagine right now a lot of the dogs are not happy about walking out to the 32-degree temperatures in Ramona, 25 right now in Campo. They may want to wait a bit on their morning walk. But if you are outside, expect those temperatures to be mostly in the 40s out along the coastline. It's cooler as you make your way inland. Weekend beach forecast. I know it's going to be a tough one to see as many people out along the beach as what we saw, say, over the last 2 weeks. Those Santa Anas have helped to warm us up quite a bit. get to the 70s out by the water. But for Saturday and for Sunday, it's likely that this weekend will be in the upper 50s and low 60s. Now that those Santa Anas have died down, onshore flow resumes. That is cool, moist air from the ocean moving onshore. So we'll watch as those clouds increase by the nighttime hours and then decrease through the day. They'll rebuild again Saturday night into Sunday, but it looks like by Sunday afternoon, we should be back to mostly sunny skies. Good indication that those temperatures are going to start to warm as we get into the beginning of next week and maybe even waiting until the middle of next week. But models are not all that fine-tuned to be able to tell us the exact timing of this next Santa Ana wind event or how intense it will be. Gusty onshore winds, however, are weakening over the course of the weekend. They have been breezy for the last about 24 hours. Cooler temperatures persist with that AM marine layer, so remember those clouds surge onshore. They pull back by the afternoon. By the time we get to Sunday, Monday timeframe, it's likely that that marine layer will only affect the coastline. Let's look at how your traffic is shaping up this morning. Clock just hit 6:11. We've been pretty light as far as crashes go this morning and any major backups on the roads. This is a crash that popped up over a half hour ago, but looks like it's still in play. Right-hand shoulder is still blocked with the crash on the 54 eastbound at the 805. Still no major backups in either direction. Let's take a look at your border wait times right now. It is a 45-minute wait getting across quick at the San Ysidro Port of Entry. Otay Mesa Port of Entry going to take you a little bit longer, about 60 minutes in total. Back to you.